Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be walking you through how I did my November bullet journal spreads, my cute manicure. So let's get started. So about this bullet journal, it's a 312 numbered page grid notebook. It's huge actually. It's a B5 or 7.5 by 10 inches. It's just massive. These are all of my stickers that I've been hoarding. I'm not going to use these though. I'm saving those for another autumn, but I will be going through the stickers that I already have from various seasonal packs of these like My Big Ideas Happy Planner. So like I have them kind of separated and divided. This one I'm going to use next year for November. This one for September 2027, and I have the 2026 one there. So I do plan these spreads a little far out in advance, and I love hoarding stickers. So the stickers I will be using for this are actually packed away in my little sticker book. And so it's this set right here, which is kind of a mash of other fall seasonal sets. I'm also going to be using up these guys, which I pre-selected from other collections, and these guys, which came from like kind of like a colors and quotes pack from the same company. And I'll put a link to where you can find all these in the description because we don't gatekeep here. And also, like, seriously, you gotta check out this dot grid notebook. It's huge. I'm probably not going to use it again for my bullet journal next year. I'm going back to kind of like the standard, the smaller size. I forgot what it is, B4 or something. Really impressive using this notebook. Like, she is very large. So these are all the sheets that I'm going to be using. I'm going to divide them up over a few different spreads. I'm matching kind of the colors here, so I have like these really pretty teals. This is just a pack of washi, kind of thin, simple, lots of colors. I selected a teal that kind of matches close enough to some of the teals in here. And then I'm also going to pull some very autumnal kind of browns and neutrals. I also have these guys floating around. I love this like really kind of warm green, which I'll also be using. This gold, gorgeous autumn color. And then I have this brown grit tape also. It's a little thicker than the other guys. And then the Symposi Press moon stickers I'll be using also. I really love their stickers. I should put a link to Symposi Press Etsy in the description. Awesome. Big inspiration to me. So yeah, here's my spread of everything that I'll be using in these November 2025 spreads. So typically I do a few pages to set up. I'll do like a hello November, and then I'll either have a bucket list or a reading list or something there. So we'll do this one first. After that, I'll do the calendar page, and then I'll do a 2-page spread that is on one side like a shopping list and a to-do list for the month, and on the other side just kind of like notes and then habit tracking. These are the Ohuhu colored fine line pens. There's like writing pens, and then I guess they're all writing pens, but like all the black inks are on one side, various widths, including a brush. I'm going to be doing the very classic A Baby's First Calligraphy. It's a classic for a reason. And then this set also has a bunch of colored pens, which are really clutch for just kind of mixing it up. So this is my hello page. After my spread where I mentioned it has like the shopping list and the to-do list on one side and the habits or notes on the other side. I'll do a like 2-page long kind of open face like I'm doing here weekly spread for each week of the month, and this will usually be 4 to 5 weeks per month. In my weekly spreads, I'll typically title them something like week 1 of 4, week 2 of 4, and so on and so. Here I'm using a gold gel pen just to zhuzh up the November title. I think I do it, yeah, over these thinner lines. So if you've never seen this kind of calligraphy before, it's very modern, kind of like Pinterest calligraphy. It gets made fun of a lot, which is totally fair because it's so prolific now. But it's just really easy. What you do to do this is you take a brush pen or any pen that you can change the amount of pressure, and you do more pressure on the downstrokes so they're wider. Then you let go of the pressure on all the other strokes. So you get these really beautiful, thick vertical lines. So I'm going in now with some thicker washi tape, and this is going to be a very common theme in a lot of my bujo-ing. A lot of what I do today is just using the heck out of some washi tape and pre-made stickers. I never got too into making my own illustrations for bullet journals. I do art and illustration outside of bullet journaling and creative journaling, and just never really felt like I wanted to do art inside. I have done like full-on illustrations in a bullet journal before, especially kind of on these like hello pages to really fill them up and set a theme for the month. But I was never really satisfied. I think the dock grid paper isn't the best to do an illustration on top of just for illustration's sake. I much rather just, do my illustration in a little sketchbook or whatever. That being said, I would really love to make illustrations, like sticker illustrations, and print them and cut them and make my own sort of sticker packs. As much as I love these Happy Planner stickers, I always think like, oh, what if there was a X, Y, and Z themed Happy Planner pack? That'd be so cute. So maybe in the future I'll do something like that. I really enjoy watercolor, so I think that would be a fun medium to make stickers in and scan digitally and add lines or like repeat the patterns, that sort of thing. But yeah, just a lot of washi tape, a lot of stickers, a lot of kind of straight guided lines. That is most of what my bullet journaling looks like today. I do like to go on Pinterest and look up different spreads and kind of get inspiration. But as far as like doodles and that sort of creative way to do these journals, I don't partake in that so much. So I actually added, if you see in the corner, it's like an old, I think it's lectern sticker. They always come with these like archival stickers that you can use in your journals that you get from them. I never really use them outside of just the long skinny one that you put on the spine after I complete a bullet journal. That's just kind of for my own reference. So here I'm using the like big square ones to kind of work into my autumnal November design. I got these beautiful foil stickers. This Happy Planner pack is quite old. I haven't found the same one in a while in stores. It might still be available online. I'd have to take a look. This one we have Goodbye summer, hello fall. And I'm actually going to save this for later. I'll probably use it in September next year because even though it's fall, like this is for November. So you can see my summer stickers here that I'll be using next year. So I'm going to fit this in somewhere and just hang on to that. And I wonder how I acquire all these stickers. So the little sticker book that you see, I actually got it off of Etsy, and I would have to go through my history to find the store, but it's custom. It says like Charlie stickers on the front. It's really cute. So I use this to keep a lot of stickers. I don't like having too many Happy Planner sticker pages with just a few stickers on them, so I'll try to consolidate them as much as I can. I also have a few little like photos printed out in there. I got my Artem stickers that I got for my birthday this year. If you play Tears of Thamus, that's where he's from. So I'm going to try to use up some of these fall stickers here. We're just going to kind of throw together a little bucket list page. These stickers are so old. Like I think these are a few packs ago. I just never found a place for them, even though I do bucket list pages quite frequently. They just keep getting like shoved off to the next year and the next year and the next year seasonally. So we're kind of saying to heck with it, and we're putting them all on this upper part of the page. What you won't see in this video, but I will eventually do to this Hello November page, is I put my book tracking sort of chart here instead of, I usually do it on those note pages, but I had this like extra space, so I ended up just putting my November to be read and like book tracking chart here. I have these really fantastic like reading stickers. It's another set from Happy Planner. You can kind of see them peeking up behind this page in my sticker book. Those have been really great. I've been getting much more into reading again. I used to read a lot as a kid, and then I went to college and kind of lost time for it as the story goes. So this summer I started hardcore reading again, and I've read 13 books so far since August, and I'm recording the voiceover at the end of November for this. So that's pretty impressive if I do say so myself. But yeah, I really love these Happy Planner book stickers, and there's all these little speech bubble stickers that are like, I'm booked for the weekend, don't bother me, that sort of thing. Or like, just me and my book, stuff like that. They're really cute. I love kind of little filler stickers like that. It's just fun. And I don't know if this is like a chicken and an egg situation, but they do kind of help me motivate me to read my books and use my stickers. Something that I've introduced to my weekly spreads recently are the currently reading stickers that came in that pack, and you'll see those as I do my weekly spreads. Speaking of filler stickers, I'm going to take these. They say like celebrate and yay, and then the third column there that you can see is now bare. They were all like birthday stickers, so I'm just gonna kind of use these to fill in space. You know, November has a few holidays, so we can have the random yay and celebrate stickers kind of mixed in. You can see how I'm trying to figure out where I want to place it. That seems like a good location. Then we'll go back to these beautiful foil stickers, and I want to use a few more of them without using too many, because some of the paper stickers that I have the gold foil in it as well, and I want to be able to save a few of these so I can match those up. If you remember, the teal stickers had some, so I definitely used those later on in those weekly spreads as well. And as cute as this manicure is, they are press-on nails, so they did thicken my nail up enough where it was kind of a struggle getting these stickers out of the die cuts. But, you know, we do what we do to look very cute. Alright, so the whole calendar. So I actually have it open on the computer behind me, so I kind of disappear a lot as I get up and check. Since I had my phone for filming, I wasn't able to use my phone, but Normally, I just have my phone open next to me while I do this. So I kind of use the physical width of the ruler to measure out how tall I want my weeks to be in my calendar spread. So that's why the dots come in handy. I'm going to use these stickers specifically to kind of use up on this page since they don't really match any of the other stickers I'm going to be using. And then we're not going to use the teal because I don't have any teal in this little group, but we will save that for later and we'll use these washies. So to do November, there were 4 weeks in November, so we're going to do 4 full weeks. So we're going to do 4 horizontal weekly days. And then for the 1st and the 8th and the 23rd and the 30th, I'll do like a diagonal through the day itself in the calendar to get it to fit into a tidy box. This is going to change pretty wildly depending on how the spread of the month looks like visually. So sometimes a month will end kind of in the earlier half of a week. So if it ends on Monday or Tuesday, instead of drawing the last like 4 or 5 boxes for the rest of the week, I'll leave those open and either fill it with like a note space or stickers or decorations or whatever. So this month seems to be pretty compact. We only have 2 overlapping days in the first day and the last day of the month. We start the month on a Saturday and we end it on a Sunday. So that makes for a really nice, easy calendar rectangle with space at the top and the bottom. And that was something too that I really appreciated about this particular dot grid journal was that it was so big that I was able to make these nice big monthly calendar spreads and have lots of notes inside of them. Whereas in my smaller, more kind of standard journal size bullet journals, I always felt like I never really had enough space in the daily blocks on the calendar spreads themselves to put notes in. Maybe just small notes or like a sticker that like shows a doctor's appointment in some way or dental or whatever. But I did really like being able to spread out, and it took me so long to get accustomed to it in this one in particular. I remember my first few spreads, calendar spreads in this notebook were really small, and I had all this extra space because I didn't really realize like how much I could actually spread out in these. So that was really something to kind of figure out and grow and learn in my own sort of creative process here when I'm doing my creative bullet journals. So I'll miss that when I go back to my standard size in January, but I'll have one more month to enjoy the big calendar size. I use this nice red mild liner. Everybody loves the zebra mild liners for the sort of like days of the week banner. Here I use like a book of the month sticker, which becomes Whispers of the Deep by Emily Ham this month. It's really good. And then we just kind of decorate as we do. Got some notes in there. Fill it with leaves, make it very autumnal. I'll do the days. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. There are 30 days in November. Nice and easy. I really like how this calendar spread came out. Maybe just fill a few more leaves in there. Slightly out of frame, but that's okay. See, all those speech bubble stickers also came with the book tracking packet. So those are really great for if there's any sort of appointment or event happening or holiday. Just throw one of those in right in what I've got. Gotta pay the mortgage on the first. Paydays. These little cash ones that came from, I don't even know what these came from, but I've had them for forever and very slowly going through them. I also have these really cute from Happy Planner. It's like cleaning stickers. You could track like when you want to do your cleaning of various kinds. We have a little vacation week here at the end. I'm taking PTO because your girl needs a break. You're going through, you kind of can see how I organize my stickers here. What I do is group them by function, and then I organize each group by color order because I rely pretty heavily on creating color palettes for my bullet journal spreads. So it's good to know that I can find the function and then find the right color. Alright, so we're gonna fly through the rest of this. Here I put those Symfosi Press Moon stickers. Really, really pretty. I love them. I think I've bought them twice now. And we're going to get started with these note spreads. So, like I said before, we're going to have a shopping list, we're going to have a to-do list, and then we'll have either just some notes or habit tracking. I don't think I do any habit tracking this month. What I do is I purchased a house last year, and there's a lot of renovating and work that we have been doing, so I'll kind of keep track of that on this notes page here on the right. You can already see how I've divided up the page on the left. So the bigger part of it is kind of like a monthly to-do list. I have like a routine of 5 to 10 things that I want to get done every month, cleaning things, etc., things that I track, and so that's what I put there. I also set up kind of a little reading space here. I don't actually put my TBR, my to be read list, on this page. I end up putting it underneath the bucket list on the Hello November page, but I do have some other kind of reading tracking notes here. I'm tearing one of these stickers in half, keeping the rough edge, give it a little kind of, I don't know, casual, rustic sort of look. Okay, so now we're going to do, and we're going to buy. Then we're going to match this teal, do the little check boxes. And then for the to-do check boxes, I try one color, but then switch to another. It's a little better. And then I'll have enough space. If I need to double up on my to-dos, kind of divide that. And put the final touches, the few labels. And at this point, when I start filming my weekly spreads, I forget to turn my camera back on. So we're going to jump just a little bit, and you'll see that I already start setting up my weekly spread. So you can see here, I just kind of laid it out with washi tape. I usually do 2 different styles of weekly spreads. I'll do one where the days are on top and it's kind of a more horizontal spread, such as this. I've got a note here, payday, love that. And you'll see I've also labeled this week 1 of 4 for November 2025. Here we go. I just put 2 tasks I usually have. Call home every week, and then wrap up October finances. Got my writing lessons written in. For the sake of this video, I won't be writing too many of my personal appointments and whatnot in here. That's not particularly interesting to look at either. And then I just kind of decorate with the stickers, hopping from page to page, using them up, little leafies, see what else I got. Cute little reminders to read from that one reading set. And then I'm thinking about, do I want to put any of these clean stickers in? And I do. Like to keep a clean house, you know? Fixing a few stickers that fell. And slapped a library sticker on there. I've got these multicolor stickers I'd really like to use in its own spread at some point. Little sip of coffee there. And we're going to go on to week 2. So for this week, I do the vertical layout. Again, going in with these washi tapes, the 4 that I chose, kind of keeping along with the theme. Sometimes I will do like one theme for the hello, the calendar, the notes page, and then go for a different theme for the weekly spreads. It all just really depends what I have on hand, what I want to use. See here, I lay out, they're not even, and I rarely get these even, it doesn't matter too much though. We continue our week, starting on Mondays. I always start on Mondays for my weekly spreads, so when I get to work I can just open to a fresh spread, and then I have my weekends on one spread. So it just makes more sense to me. You can see that sticker fell off and stuck to another sticker. Cute little home stickers, doing lots of home improvement. Cute little reading sticker, love that. Some pumpkins. I love layering up these stickers. I like to play with either opaque or transparent stickers to layer them up. Do another little cute reading sticker here. A lot of these weekly spreads are just going to be me slapping stickers on. You can see I forgot to do the currently reading, so having like a weekly what am I reading is really cool. Sometimes I'll do a like currently playing, and then if I'm working through a video game I'll record it, so if I ever want to look back through my old bullet journals I could see what I was reading or what I was playing at the time. It's looking pretty good. Let's see what else I can do. I have a big event that's going to take all day on the 16th, so I'm going to just kind of like take up that whole spot since I won't be doing much else. And we're ready to move on to week 3. Week 3 starting on Monday. I'll alternate back to a horizontal layout here. Again, using the washi tapes, same ones that I picked for this month. I try to change it up a little bit. Like this can get super repetitive, but it's fine. In the long run, once you start like actually getting to the weeks, you don't really notice it as much. So there we go. Lengthwise divided in half, getting these white and gold foil stickers out of the way. I think if you have a happy planner, you use those to like block out entire days in some of the layouts. I tried using a happy planner previously. It was when I was in grad school, and I felt like I couldn't dedicate as much time to these bullet journals as I would have liked to, because I've been doing this for years, so I do have a gap sometime at the end of 2020 into 2022 where I just stopped doing these creative journals and I'm just using like a pre-made agenda calendar sort of thing. Dark times, but it saved me like 4 hours a month, because these do take a lot of time to make, which is why I've sped this up so we're not here for forever. And there we go, week 3 out of 4. Sip of coffee, currently reading, already in there. A few more stickers. Very cute. I've also got these kind of like brown craft paper stickers that came from the one block of stickers that was all the different colors and quotes, and so I'm incorporating those in. Like I said, kind of a rustic look for November. I really believe on clinging to fall throughout November, even though the stores and retail seem to creep closer to Christmas by the end of the month. Still wearing my Halloween slippers. I throw a few more yay and celebrate because I am trying to use those up. And on to the last week. So here we finally kind of incorporate that teal. I ended up having a lot fewer teal stickers than I thought I would have at the end, so that's kind of why I didn't really use the teal color tape until this final week. Then we're doing another vertical layout. The teal and the yellow look really good together. The foil, nice big stickers to fill up the space. And this is a kind of alternative layout that I do for the verticals. So it's more like boxes, and this is really good when I'm taking a vacation or something. So for example, since this is week 4, this is Thanksgiving week. And out of town for Thanksgiving. So this is really nice for when you don't have too many like to-do items and you can just kind of group the box together. Use big Thanksgiving sticker. Write the days of the week. What week we're on. then kind of using up those craft paper style stickers. See, I'm actually going back and grabbing those teal color ones from the grouping of the old autumn ones. Got my currently reading, using a lot more of these pretty gold leaf foil stickers. I really like this color scheme. I think it turned out really nice. Very autumnal without being too orange. Lots more like sort of muted colors. And then with that completes the last weekly spread. So if we flip back through, you can see all of them. And then the notes page, the calendar page, and the hello page with the bucket list. Yay! And with that, we'll do a little flyover so you can see all the details that might have gotten lost. All those beautiful stickers that I've slapped on with some washi tape. Will I ever get through my sticker collection? The world may never know. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very interesting to make, and I think I would like to make another one, maybe for December. I'll link all the materials that I typically use in the description. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.